What a great environment. So guys, listen, Shaq asked me to really go into some fundamentals and give it a little bit of time so that you can really understand. So controlling the point of contact. Who do you think the point of contact is? The newest person. That's the newest person. So Christian said you can't just leave here and just think you're going to be able to explain whatever it is that you know, because first of all, you'll be doing what? Spitting up on everybody. And they ain't trying to hear it. Okay? So listen, I'm going to talk about why field training is important, how to set field training appointments, what's going to happen in those objections that you may encounter. Do you think you may encounter some objections? Well, guess what, everybody? Congratulations, you had the position. You had the position of newest person in the room. Okay? So if you're old head, got a little season all in you right now, then you're the oldest person in the room. Now you're the newest person in the room. But if you're the newest person, see, we're all on the same level. So Lynette, what are you trying to say? It's day one for everybody. All right? So on day one at Chick-fil-A, just out of curiosity, do they allow the person on day one to operate the cash register? No. You can't operate the cash register? But you see so many people do it before. You mean you can't get in there and start pushing buttons? They won't let you. You signed up for driver's ed. You have seen your mother and father drive the car for years. You think you know how to drive that thing, don't you? Yes. You signed up on day one. Will the instructor allow you to get behind the wheel of the car? No. You're kidding. On day two? No. On day three? No. They won't make you go to class a couple of days first, right? Before they even let you sit in a passenger seat. Isn't that something? To drive a car. One more. You decided you wanted to be a nurse. You were a child, you went to the pediatrician, then you became an adult. You've seen people get stuck before with the needle. On the first day, are they going to give you the needle, allow you to do? Let me get the question out. They're not going to allow you to stick people. But I mean, I've seen people do it before. And as a matter of fact, Lynette, I think I can do it better than you. Hello? Right? If it doesn't happen at Chick-fil-A, it doesn't happen to operate an automobile, it doesn't happen in the nursing profession. What makes you think it should happen in the financial profession when this is the most important asset in a family's life? Why do you think you should have to go on some training? Say it with me, training. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to do any of these things. Can we get an amen to that? Amen. All right, y'all on my page, you see why you can't just do this right away on the first day? All right, so let's talk about setting appointments. For your notes. Guys, we live in a very visual world right now. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to be in person, right, as opposed to being over a camera. This is a great environment, Shaq. Just your vision for this was incredible, right? An opportunity to come together. Elbows, elbows, this is how we need to win our race in the business, okay? All right, so listen, setting appointments, right? If by now you have not created or you have not gone out and paid $75, $100 to get some headshots, then shame on you. And I'm not talking about that newest person in the room. I'm actually talking to the field trainer right now. All right? That's important for you to have. A nice, clear picture of yourself, okay? Because I bet you, now I'm talking to the person that's being field trained. They got a cute picture in their phone. Right, Jen? Yeah, exactly. So listen, what it is that I do now, and again, this is from Lynette's textbook of how it is that we train. My husband and I, my wonder twin, my partner in life and love, right? This is how it is that we do it in our house. Got it? In our house. It's for us in our house, all right? So look, I asked the person for a nice picture of themselves, and then I attached to it, hey, new business launch, thanks for your help, that kind of thing. This goes as a part of a text message. See, because people nowadays are doing what? They're living in a technology world. It has been, I can't imagine the last time I called somebody to set an appointment for a field training appointment. It's just been excited about a new position. I'm starting part-time, and I want to tell you all about at my business launch. As an extension to my current profession, I'm getting my state licenses. I'm already registered for class. For training, I must witness 5 appointments this week with my trainer. I've included my trainer Lynette on this text message as well. You can help me by attending my Zoom launch on Wednesday or Thursday, which day is better for you. Now, I already had in mind, because I've spoken with Janine, and I'm just using her as an example because she's here, which days were better for her, right? So that's the alternate of choice. So Wednesday or Thursday was better. So what's the client going to do, that potential person? First of all, are they going to, with your credibility and integrity, are they going to look at it and be like, heck no, I ain't going to help you to do nothing? Now, they might think it, but they're not going to put that on their text message. Right? Within 20 minutes, we had set 6 appointments. And why is that? Because of the person's credibility and integrity. Okay? So, look, I went ahead and put that on there. I also let Janine know in advance. I said, if anybody should happen to text you personally, because that's what your friends will do, they'll be like, hey, girl, what's this about? Right? So you say, hey, do me a favor. Put your messages back on the text message thread because I don't want to mess this up. I really don't know how this thing is going to go through, but do me a favor. Just go ahead and answer back on the text message thread. And that's exactly what they do, okay? So we go ahead and we get that text message. Usually that's the objection that you're going to get from that. So what it is I'm doing is I'm giving you what it is that I do and some of the things that may come back as a result of it. Can we get an amen? You got it? All right. So let me show you how setting the appointment looks. It looks just like this. So imagine you're at your job that you hate, kicking rocks, and you see text messages coming across your screen. You at your work, you at Chick-fil-A, trying to take people's orders, and you look like, oh, shoot, I got to set an appointment. Boop, boop. You excited about getting off of work, aren't you? Because you see that your business is growing, and guess what? How much work are you really doing? Hardly none. I'm the person at the top, so all I ask for the trainee to do is tap in every once in a while and say thank you, I appreciate you, so at least that other person knows that they're there. The calling card was the fact that that person's picture was there before. So see, sometimes you get, well, I just didn't want it to seem like it was a scam. Well, how is it a scam when I'm on a text message thread and you see my picture? You see what I mean? All right. So now we go ahead, excellent Thursday at 3 o'clock. Okay, I'm locking in. Excellent, you're going to get the confirmation and the Zoom link. Make sure that you respond to the confirmation. Guess why? Because as the field trainer, I have no time to waste. So you're going to get some confirmations and some text messages like I'm a doctor. You know, anybody I know at my doctor's office, you get a confirmation when you set the appointment. Then you get a text message 3 days before the appointment. Then you get a text message the day of the appointment, day before the appointment. Then you're going to know that we're going to have an appointment. Nobody's going to say, I didn't know we had that appointment. Yeah. That's not going to happen. And the email is going to say, hey, listen, I need you to be on camera in a stationary place, right? So that we can make sure that we don't drop the signal because this is important for you. Does that make sense? What am I doing for the person that I'm training? What am I doing? I'm providing them the steps to be successful, right? Guys, that's what it is that you do. But Lynette, say that. But Lynette. I know my friends and family, they want to ask me questions. I know, boo. That's what they're supposed to do. They're going to ask you questions. But that's why it is that I'm here to help you. Let me ask you a question. 4 days ago, when you decided to give me your banking information and your information to go ahead and get started, then you said, hey, I'm trusting you to help me to be successful, didn't you? Do you think I would do anything to lead you astray right now at this point? Then it's not going to start. So let's go ahead and follow the steps to be successful. Is that fair? What am I doing? No, it's because they're going to nod back. Say it with me. But Lynette, I don't like the approach. It's deceptive. These people want to know what it's all about. what it is I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some alcohol on your arm. I'm going to grease it down real good with that alcohol, and then I'm going to stick you and draw your blood out. You excited about that? If I were to sit there and share all of that, so hey, Mr. and Mrs. Kine, how are you? You actually know your own financial position right now. You're broke, living paycheck to paycheck. You hate your boss. You're feeling like, oh my gosh, I wish I could slit my throat because this is ridiculous, and maybe, it will get better for me. And I actually am coming because I'm in training because I want to get my licenses and finances to talk to you about eliminating your debt. And then maybe you pay some money for life insurance, which you probably really don't have. But guess what? I need a training appointment. Can you help me? See, isn't that what that's like? Would you think any of your family members and friends would be willing to do an appointment with you if you came up to them and said, hey, this is what we're going to be talking about? That's the reason why we don't approach it that way. We approach it as, I need some training. I'm excited about what it is that I'm doing. I'm excited about what I'm learning. I've registered for class, and I just want to know if you can spare me 30 minutes for my launch of my new business. You can help me with that, can't you?
Yep.
That sounds a lot different, doesn't it? So it only makes sense for us to approach it this way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You trust me with me helping you to be successful, don't you?
Yeah.
Then let's go ahead and keep moving. Questions, questions, questions. Guys, you got to prepare people for what's going to happen. You prepare them for it in advance. I'm almost done, guys. All right, so what's going to happen? I give this to every one of the people that we're training. I let them know what's going to happen on the training appointments. Half of all appointments what? Half of all appointments what? Cancel or reschedule. So what that means is we're not going to be upset if your appointments cancel or reschedule. Janine, of the 6 we set, we went on 4 on that same day. What kind of credibility and integrity does she have? Right? Okay? So then you tell them what to do. You're going to sit camera up, looking cute from the top up, right? At a table. They got to see as excited that you're excited. You're dressed appropriately. You smile, you're engaging. You're nodding your head. If I tell a funny joke, you're going to laugh. That kind of thing, right? And then I let them know, hey, listen, this is Janine's first training appointment. Oh my gosh, of all people, you're the one that decided to say yes to this right off the bat. We're excited about you. Thank you so much. One of 3 things is going to happen. This is what we're going to expect. We're going to expect, one, that we are on a huge expansion. You might see some things that you love, just like Janine did, and she decided to say, hey, I can do that. If that happens, great. If that doesn't happen, that's great too. Secondly, you might see some of the things that we do as far as providing services for our clients. That might make sense for you and your family. If that happens, wonderful. If that doesn't happen, that's fine too. But then thirdly, here's the big thing. I want to make sure that Janine gets off to a successful start. So we're going to expect that you're going to be able to give her some referrals to get started in her new venture. Now, you can do one of those 3 things. Can you? Is that person, she's sitting there with her, they're going to say, heck no, I ain't going to do that. It's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, right, ladies and gentlemen? So then Janine sets me up. This is her intro to me. And guess what I do for the first one? I videotape her doing it. Why am I doing that? Because I want her to hear how it is that she sounds. I want her to start being engaged in what it is that she's doing, so she can start feeling like she's doing this, that she can do this, and she's taking ownership. Say ownership. Ownership. Okay, so I actually just went over that, what it is that I do to be able to get that appointment started off. And then, so the agenda for the appointment, guys, depending on the conversation, because we're asking what? Questions. What? Questions. We're asking questions. Guys, and I even asked the person I'm training, I want you to pay attention to the questions that I ask. See, because a lot of times we think we can just go ahead and then start spitting up on people and telling them all it is that we know. You just heard Tia just do an amazing job of the fact that the client is leading her to a decision that's right for them. That's the sales process per Tom Hopkins. Make sense? So depending on how the conversation referrals. Because this is what it is that I say. How many times are you going to go to IHOP and they don't have no pancakes? How many times you going to go to Popeyes? I don't know about fried chicken in here, but they don't have no chicken, they don't have no biscuits. You're not going to go, right? The way you keep your business going is by having some chicken in the Popeyes. You got to have some referrals. You got to have the pancakes in the IHOP. You got to have some referrals. That's how you keep your business going. Does that make sense? Guys, I'm going to close with this story. This isn't me, this is Eric Thomas. How many in here have ever played the lottery before? You heard Christian give this analogy. I'm going to go a little bit further. You played the lottery before. How many of you in here have ever won the lottery? No. Okay, it is. How many of you in here, tell the truth, shame the devil, tell the truth. Okay. Have you ever played the Mega Millions? You played the Mega Millions, right? How many of you have ever won the Mega Millions? Oh, there was a hush in the room. You bought that ticket doing what? Believing that you were going to win, didn't you? Do you understand? The lottery is designed on belief. It's the whole system is designed on belief. You didn't buy the ticket and then all of a sudden say, you know what? This isn't going to be the winning ticket. Before they call the number, you bought the ticket and said, what? I got the winning ticket right here. You probably talked to some of your friends. You was like, hey, this is the one. I got the winning ticket right. That's how you bought it, on your belief of that, didn't you? Do you understand that you don't know anybody that's won the Mega Millions? But you bought the ticket. And some of you